and walk to the yoga studio. I'm gonna meet with Claire beforehand, the instructor, and then also she's putting on an hour yoga class before our first teacher training starts. So I'm gonna be able to do that and then go through the class. It starts at 6:40 and it's 3 hours long. So I got my backpack and I'm pretty much ready. I'm in the studio right now, waiting for the class to start, and yeah, I thought I'd be a whole lot more nervous, but I think since I've already been to the studio before, I've spoken to Claire, I've done some of her classes already, the studio feels more familiar to me, so I think that's probably a plus. And if you're looking to do yoga teacher training, then maybe find a studio and a teacher that you've already done work with. Yeah, that's my first tip of this vlog series. Find a teacher and a studio that you vibe with. Like, I mean, you gotta feel comfortable when you're doing a yoga practice, so. So just got done with the yoga flow class with Claire, and now gonna see the classroom. There's still some people in there, but I just wanted to show you how freaking cool this yoga studio is. It's also a spa, and yeah, we're on the second floor of it, and it's just really the aesthetic here. You must have, you know, like one of these binders. Okay, so yesterday was the first day of class, and it was pretty much introductions to the class, to the schedule, the expectations, and we went around and introduced ourselves, our name, our yoga story, and why now. Anyway, so going around the room, there's 11 students in the class. We're all from different areas. So I think there was like one person from Seattle, and then there was a girl from China, from India, from the Middle East, from Canada, and from other parts of the US, just like myself. So we have a really diverse group going in. Not only is it diverse because of their ethnicity, but also their experiences. So we have a Pilates instructor, from Greece. She's from Greece. We have a former ballerina, we have a massage therapist, we have a surfer, snowboarder dude. There is one male in the class. And then everyone, you know, just everyone went into kind of like a brief synopsis of how they got into yoga and why yoga means something to them now and why they want to teach. And a lot of it was kind of similar. Some people got into yoga through YouTube, other people got into yoga because of an injury and their doctor suggested it. So there were a lot of different stories, but a lot of commonalities between the stories as well. And I thought that was really interesting. I really enjoyed the first class. Today, what I'm going to be doing is kind of studying. They gave us this binder, and it has a lot of the curriculum in it that they're going to be lecturing on. I'm not going to go over this with you guys because that's like copyright. Like, if you want to take a yoga teacher training, I hope these videos will encourage you to, but I don't want to take all of their hard work and then just give it to you guys. It is a lot of hard work went into developing this curriculum, and I've been brainstorming about how I want to lay this series out. Of course, it's going to be kind of vloggy, me, you know, going to my classes, but I do want to do some sit downs like I'm doing right now and kind of talk about maybe like a gist of the subject and give my own 2 cents about it and how I'm incorporating it into my life. I think that the videos from now on are probably going to be a little bit longer just because I want to get all of the vlogging footage in, and also like these sit down and having a conversation with you guys. So if you have any comments or questions or anything like that, please feel free to comment down below. You know, I want to document my yoga journey, not only for myself, but if it will help any of you guys, then yeah, that's like a win-win in my book. So yeah, I think the next thing that you'll be seeing is vlog footage of me going to class. So the ferry today was a little bit late on leaving, about 10 minutes. And then when we arrived in Seattle, they didn't let us off for a very long time. So I made it right at 5:40, which is when the yoga class started. Not my teacher training class, but the yoga studio class. And if you know proper yoga etiquette, it's not a good thing to walk into class like 2 or 3 minutes late. I arrived right at 5:40, but to get into the building and then put my stuff into the locker and walk in would have taken me like 5 minutes. So I would have been like 5-6 minutes late to class walking in, and the first 10 minutes or so of like an hour-long yoga class is getting the whole room into that vibe, into a slowdown. So I decided against that and instead went to grab some food and some snacks for the class. That is starting in about 20 minutes or so, so I'm gonna go. Well, it looks like no one's here just yet. I am about 10 minutes early, and of course that class that I missed, probably some of the students are taking that, and the teacher who is teaching this class is down there instructing that. So yeah, well, this gives me an opportunity to show you kind of the classroom of a yoga teacher training, and it is so freaking cute in here. It's just a really nice loft here in Seattle. And then you can see right out. But yeah, so I'm gonna grab a blanket and that and get ready. An intense and fun class. We did sun salutations, and they threw us right into teaching. We all had to go through the same sun salutation, Surya A and B and the classic flows, and teach in groups and then teach everyone, and we went through it so many times. It was a lot of fun. So yeah, we all had to kind of talk to each other and get into groups of 3 and 4, and then teach in front of everyone and mess up with the teacher, telling us, oh, did you breathe? Are you exhaling? Are you doing chair pose? Oh, you missed a step. Very constructive. And she apologized up front. She was like, this is gonna be terrifying until it happens, and then you'll get over it, and it's all part of the teacher training process. So yeah, it was actually really fun to do, and I'm about to get on the ferry, so bye. Right by that. Good morning, guys. So I am going to the first full day of classes. It starts at 9 a.m. with a hour-long yoga class, and then we jump into it, but it's gonna run till 5 p.m. This afternoon. So
Getting my pre-workout in up these Seattle hills. It is such a beautiful day today. The water on the ferry was so smooth and just like the sun, there's no clouds in the sky, and it's kind of brisk, but in a good way. So it looks like there might be a St. Patrick's Day race going on. You see like the police and the runners. Hopefully I can get by. So I had to find an opening and like dart in between them to get across, but there's so many people in like cool little outfits. Hi! So today is St. Patrick's Day, as you can probably tell by that marathon that's going on. A lot of the people had like kilts and really fun outfits for the marathon, which I think is just awesome for people to do. So the first part of the morning session is over. We're all breaking for an hour for lunch. We did a couple of labs going over the proper way to do plank and chaturanga and downward dog and that sort of thing. So my shoulders are definitely feeling it. But yeah, everyone's gone for lunch. So that's what I'm gonna go do. Go find something to eat because I didn't eat breakfast. That was a mistake. Whew. Okay. Oh, there's bathrooms up here. Cool. Like I love coming here. I love the feel of it and the vibe, so. All right, food. That place was really good. The tacos, they're like soft tacos with handmade tortillas and whatnot. Good, but really pricey. It was like $17 for like 3 little tiny tacos. Okay, Seattle. Alright, so I'm about to get onto the ferry and there's this donut shop that I pass every time. And I always want to get donuts from there, so I finally did. And they had a St. Patty's Day special, buy one, get one. So, freaking score. First week of teacher training is completed, and I have to say my body is really sore. Not only because my practice is normally like a home practice where I jump on YouTube and I find something and I do a yoga sequence with them, and so like my body's not used to hot yoga and doing an hour-long version, especially not so many days in a row. And then on Friday we just had sun salutation, sun salutation, sun salutation, just repetition, you know, doing forward folds and chaturanga and plank and like all the different types, lifting up, lifting down, you know, making sure you're doing it right. Don't underestimate the power of just doing sun salutations. Like, it is working your body, especially if you do it like more than 20 times in one day. And then yesterday, Sunday, we did labs. So we did the one for downward dog, we did the one for plank, and we did the one for chaturanga dandasana. We had to hold the positions, we had to adjust ourselves and make sure that all of our joints and everything else was protected and making sure we were doing it correctly. So that means, you know, going into the pose and then having somebody move and adjust us while we're in that pose, and just keep doing that. And then of course, you know, we had other things going on. My shoulders and my back, and also right under my ribs. I don't know what muscle that is. I'll be finding out in anatomy when we get there, but yeah, right under my ribs kind of hurt, or not hurt, but have that like achy feeling. And then also my back, like right under my shoulder blades, which she said might ache because that was the muscle that we're trying to engage in chaturanga and also in plank. So it makes sense why that is kind of achy, which means I targeted that muscle and I got it. So that means I did good. But yeah, so I just wanted to say that the first week went well. Yes, I am achy, but I mean, that's just all part of the practice. All right, so I'll just leave it there. Again, Instagram is where I post on the stories, so that keeps you a little bit more up to date than these weekly vlogs. Yeah, so there you go. That's the Instagram. All right, see you next week. Bye.